Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. For today's recipe, we're making Chile Rellenos. Being that it's Lent season, we're going to stuff these Chile Rellenos with tuna. To get started, roast 5 to 6 poblano peppers over medium-high heat. During the process, turn them over often until they're nice and blistered on all sides. Transfer the peppers to a plastic bag or a container with a lid. Seal the bag or container and allow them to rest for about 20 minutes or until they're cool enough to handle. As your peppers cool down, they're going to sweat and it's going to make it a lot easier to peel later on. For the filling, we need half an onion, 1 tomato, 1 garlic clove, and 2 to 3 Serrano peppers or regular jalapeños, and 4 to 5 4-ounce cans of tuna. I'm using the one in oil, but you can also use the one in water. Add the 4 cans of tuna into a strainer to drain out the excess oil or water. Over medium-high heat, heat up a small amount of vegetable oil. Add in the onion, garlic, tomato, and the peppers into the pan. Mix until it's well combined, then season with a little bit of salt and pepper. Sauté for about 5 minutes, then add in the tuna. Mix in the tuna until it's well combined with the rest of the ingredients. At this point, you can also taste it to see if it needs additional seasoning. Continue stirring for another 5 minutes or until most of the liquid has simmered down. The peppers have completely cooled down. Now we're going to remove them from the bag and begin to clean each one. First by removing the skin from each of the peppers. Once all the skin is removed, using a small paring knife, make a small incision on the side of the pepper and very carefully cut out the seeds. Pull out the seeds and the vines and using a small spoon, scoop out the remainder of the seeds that remain in the pepper. Repeat the process with the remainder of the peppers until they're all cleaned out. Once you're done cleaning your peppers, begin to stuff each one with the tuna. When making chile rellenos, you can pretty much stuff them with just about anything: shredded beef, picadillo, cheese, vegetables, or shrimp. You can really get creative when making chile rellenos. And to make sure the stuffing doesn't fall out, we're going to place 2 toothpicks going across like this. Just make sure you let your guests and family know there's toothpicks in the chile relleno so they don't bite into one of these. Once you're done stuffing the peppers, add 1 cup of flour to a shallow dish. Roll each one of the peppers in the flour until they're completely covered in flour. This is going to help the egg mixture stick better to the pepper. Repeat the process with the remainder of the peppers and set them aside while we prepare the egg mixture. Separate the egg whites from 5 medium-sized eggs. If you have one of these little tools, you can use one of these. But if you don't have one, you can use your hands and they work just as great or even better. Just make sure your hands are nice and clean before doing so. Transfer the egg yolks to a different bowl because we will be using those later. Using a hand mixer, mix on high speed for about 5 to 7 minutes or until stiff peaks begin to form. The best way to check to see if the egg whites are ready is by flipping the bowl upside down. If the egg whites don't fall out of the bowl, that means it's ready. If they slip out of the bowl as you're turning it, continue mixing for a little bit longer. Using a whisk, mix in the egg yolks with the egg whites. Over medium-high heat, heat up 2 cups of vegetable oil. Once your oil is nice and hot, dip in the pepper into the egg. Move it around until all sides are evenly coated with the egg mixture. Very carefully transfer the pepper into the oil. If your oil is at a good temperature, it should fry up almost immediately. The best way to know when to flip your pepper over is when you begin to see a nice golden color around the edges. Very carefully flip over the pepper and continue frying on the second side until both sides have an even golden color. Remove the pepper from the oil and place it on a dish lined with clean paper towels to soak off some of the excess oil. And repeat the process with the remainder of the peppers. You can enjoy them just like this, but we're also going to prepare the tomato sauce to go with them. And for that, we're going to need 5 tomatoes, half an onion, 2 serrano peppers, and 3 garlic cloves. Roughly chop your tomatoes into fourths and transfer them to the blender along with the onion, the garlic, and the serrano peppers. Add 2 cups of water to help blend the ingredients, and to give it extra flavor and color, I also added 1 Chile Guajillo, but that is optional. Blend on high until it's nice and smooth and transfer it to a large pan. Season with 1 to 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of oregano. Mix in your seasonings and simmer for 5 to 7 minutes on medium-high heat. Turn off the burner and add the peppers into the pan with the sauce, or you can pour the sauce over the peppers as you're plating. When making cheese stuffed chile rellenos, if we do have leftovers, we like to prepare chile relleno burritos with the leftover peppers. But since these are stuffed with tuna, we like to use the leftover chile rellenos to prepare sandwiches. These taste absolutely delicious in toasted sourdough bread, but don't take my word for it. Give it a try and let me know how you like it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next video with a different recipe.